Pretty Little Lily and the Magical Night. Written by Ashley Hornsby. Illustrated by Greg Couch. This isn't a sad or scary story, as you'll soon see, but one of wonder and magic and how important a wish and dream can be. The story begins on a magical shooting star night and takes us to a place of dreamlike light. Pretty Little Lily, a girl from a land not so far away, was getting ready for bed like she did every day. She got into her soft, snuggly bed. Her mama walked into the room and gave her a kiss on the head. She pulled up the blankets and tucked her in tight, hoping her sweet little girl would not cry tonight. Sweet dreams, my pretty little Lily. I love you. Good night. Lily's eye fills with tears, and she gave a small sigh. I love you too, Mama. Then she started to cry. Now Lily and her mother did this routine every night, and Lily always cried when her mom turned out the light. But tonight was different, as these magical nights are. Lily's mom looked out the window and saw hundreds of shooting stars. Hundreds and hundreds of bright shining stars were shooting through the sky. It was a beautiful sight, I would not tell a lie. Look, Lily, her mother said. Hurry, make a wish. Lily jumped out of bed and closed her eyes tight. I wish I would not be afraid of the dark. I wish for light. Mama, what if my wish doesn't come true? Her mother hugged her and smiled. My sweet little Lily, it will for you. Wishes come true and they start in your dreams, no matter how big or small your sweet wish seems. Her mom turned out the light and cracked the door. Mama, could you please open it a little bit more? And with that, pretty little Lily was left alone in the night. All alone with a small crack of light. As Lily drifted off to sleep, something magical began to happen. Something that doesn't happen too often. Her room began to fill with light, and as the light swirled and twirled, it was a breathtaking sight. Shades of pink, blue, yellow, and green. This was a sight only true dreamers have seen. You would never believe it, but trust me, it's true. A little glowing bear appeared right out of the blue. The sweet little bear snuggled up close and snuggled up tight. Pretty little Lily, are you the one who wished for light? As the sweet little bear whispered in her ear, Lily awoke to the words she was dreaming to hear. Who are you? Although in her heart, she secretly knew. You wished upon a shooting star, and your sweet little wish traveled far, and swirled and twirled and danced and dreamed and brought me to your world, so it would seem. I'm Glowy, and I'll help you through the night. Take my paw and hold on tight. Pretty little Lily took a deep breath and held out her hand. And in one magical, beautiful second, she was swept off to a different land. This land was called Northern Lights, a land of love and a land of light, a land of not one tiny little fright. There were hundreds of bears and hundreds of puppies. They all lit up, and you should have seen the monkeys. Glowy explained how this place became to be. He explained it with excitement and glee. It grew from the wishes of sweet little kids who had the same feelings just like Lily did. Little boys and girls who were afraid of the night, who wished and dreamed for a magical night. They traveled through this dreamlike land. All the while Glowy held her little hand. They crossed a colorful river of lights. The colors swirled and twirled and rippled with delight. Then they climbed a mountain higher than the sky and watched as stars and moonbeams quickly sparkled by. At the top of the mountain, Lily couldn't believe her eyes. The most beautiful castle was very nearby. The towers lit up with glistening and glow, and to Lily's excitement, it started to snow. The snowflakes were sparkling and twinkling with light. There had never been a more spectacular night. Pretty little Lily looked up with those sweet little eyes, and it was at this point in time that she got a surprise. A beautiful princess with long flowing hair told Lily she had a sweet and magical story to share. A long time ago, far, far away, I was a child who cried at the end of the day. I was afraid of the dark and afraid of the night, afraid that everything would not be all right. I would cry till there were no more tears, and then I was left alone with all my fears. I realized one day this just wasn't right. There really isn't anything wrong with a night. Night is for magic, starlight, moonbeams. Night is for soft, colorful dreams. Colors so vibrant that glisten and glow. Nighttime is special, and I thought you should know. But now it's time for you to go back to your soft, snuggly bed. Lily replied, I'd rather stay here instead. The princess gave a sweet smile as she looked at the child. Pretty little Lily, this is a place where your dreams can run wild. at the end of the day, when your mama turns out the light, this is where your dreams will bring to you when it's night. All you have to do is give Glowy your hand, and then he will bring you to our magical land. But for now, it's time for you to go back to your bed. Your mother would miss you if you stayed here instead. Then once again, as it happened, before the colors of light swirled and twirled, and Lilly knew at this moment she was leaving their world. As quickly as she got there, she was back in her room. Surprisingly, Lilly was sad not to see the moon. "Good morning, my pretty little Lilly." Her mother walked in and noticed the soft, snuggly bear snuggled next to Lily's chin. "What a cute bear!" It was at this point in time, Lilly had a magical and sweet story to share. The end.